Gamers, what's cracking? What's happening? What it do? I hope you guys can hear me. It's your boy the Shovel today. We are back again. Here just grinding ranked with a few buddies. What's going on, Nina Kai? How you doing today? Gonna get it, bro. I see you got first. What's going on? So hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me know if I need to fix anything. Can you hear me first and foremost? That's the that's the big question. Okay, you can. All right, cool, cool. All right. So I'm in the smallest fucking room ever right now. So I'm over at the esports cafe again and decided to go ahead and get private room. So let's see what the day I streamed last, I ended up staying here for a day, but I was upstairs. I'm downstairs, which is totally different situation. So I kind of put together like a little video on it. I haven't gotten to edit videos or anything else like that for days, and I really need to. And this headset is freaking annoying. It's so annoying. This one's so much better, but it doesn't have a microphone on it. I feel like I'm a telemarketer right now, but pretty much the upstairs. It's like there's like sliding doors. Yes, Lorenzo, we are live. We are live. So the upstairs, there's usually like sliding doors and stuff like that. They have a couple of spaces where they have like a keypad. It's a digital key lock that slides open afterward, whatever. Down here, this is crazy. So I mean, doors right here. I can touch, and I'm not even stretched out fully. Like I can touch door to wall, and if I switch the other way, it's the exact same thing. I cannot lie down fully and stretch out 100% in this room. I'm too fucking big. I'm too big in here. But anyway, so the door locks, everything else. They've got the TV set up in front of me. There's a laptop right here. The desk is pretty freaking big. It's a sliding desk. And I mean, you have like really YouTube recommended it. Hey, that's awesome, Lorenzo. Like, thanks for letting me know that. That's good because for a long time I've been having issues with him. Anyway, Lorenzo, if this is your first time being here, welcome to the stream. I'm just doing a super chill stream today. I'm in Tokyo. I moved to Tokyo recently, and that's why you'll see a lot of like the content on my page and stuff like that right now is about life here, so on and so forth. But anyway, so right here you get like they got the food menu, and then let's see if I switch screens real quick, you guys should be able to see this. The only problem is I worry about something very specific here. Okay, no, there we go. All right. So let's see if I can do this real quick. I'm going to switch up screens and hopefully you all will be able to see this. Okay. Oh, I got to switch over. Well, I got a display capture up there. Anyway, this is the menu that you can order directly on your PC. So, you know what? I'm going to make this larger. I'm going to make this larger for you all. All right. Yeah, man. What almost 3 months ago I moved here and it's been doing so many different things, but it's insane. All right, so if you look here on the screen, all the stuff that you can order. So this is just like towels and stuff like that because they do have showers here and whatever else too. And I'll like I'm gonna edit that video and it'll explain why this is set up the way it is. But then you got food here, right here, just like sweet potatoes. That's pork char siu, barbecue pork char siu, takoyaki, six takoyaki, 500 yen. Five pieces of karage for 500 yen. Order fries, 500 yen. Fried rice 500 yen. And of course, like when you order certain stuff, right, you can of course do like a whole combo sort of thing. As I told you guys before, when you saw me here last time, all the drinks are absolutely free. Coffee, espressos, iced, hot, sodas, water, all that different type of stuff. It's free for the entire time that you're here. So they have like a chicken fried rice and then the chicken fried rice and then a rice pilaf, shrimp rice pilaf, and then the desserts. These things are addicting. I am not a sweets person. I think most of y'all know that if you watch me for any time. I'm not a big sweets person. These things I will eat. Oh my God, you got to be careful. Like berry. This one's a cookies and cream, salted caramel pretzel. It's just like, and the list goes on and on and on for like foods and desserts and stuff like that. There's even more desserts over on this section, but and you can just add money onto your account as well and just order continuously while you're here. So the thing is, I had some Japanese classmates back in the day, very cool people, fun and respectful. They love the state of California. Yeah, but in a lot of do love California or of course New York. And then the other, like a lot of them that I've met here who've actually been to the states, they know the desert really really well as well. What's going on with you, Deadlock? How you doing? How you doing? Me and the fam is in a hotel till the 19th or till we get a new place to live at. God damn, bro. Seriously? Hey, first off, so you guys know, if you are watching on YouTube, I'm also on Twitch right now. So normally I have the setup completely different. You'll usually see Twitch chat down the side or whatever. But right now, because I'm at the esports cafe, I didn't get the chance to set everything up hopping on stream. But anyway, so yeah, so this room, it's like, it's so small. I literally, like, you can stay here. You can stay here. They like nightly rentals, or they allow you to do like a weekly sort of situation. If I were ever going to do a challenge, I'm not kidding, this would be where I do it. Like, can I stay in this place for a week straight? Like, lying down, I have to like be in the fetal position almost in order to, like, be able to sleep in here. And that's in any direction. There's no me stretching all the way out. That's impossible. And then not just that, but it's like, it's almost like being in a sensory deprivation sort of situation, because you're in this room, the room that's next to me, and this one's pretty close too, but the room that's next to me is completely soundproof. It's soundproofed. And I'm just gonna tell you guys, in the video that I did the recording on about this place, I was talking about that room because there's two of them right next to each other, and there was a girl that was in that room, and it's not like this where you can sit down on like almost like a padded floor sort of situation. There's this little mini chair right here, and then I'm sitting on the beanbag. But in those rooms, there's two actual like chairs, almost like gaming chair setup sort of situations, and it's set up for streaming and camming and stuff like that. And the girl that was in there, like, hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie, she was bad. I was like, get your money, bitch. But she was camming in that room over there. Outside of here, I mean, I can go and grab any manga I want. Every freaking shonen jump is from the last almost 2 years is out there, upstairs and downstairs. There's just like a ton of different manga, all kinds of stuff like that. And of course, when I say any kind, I mean any kind. The shonen I kind of made a joke about on the shorts video, where it was like a dude eating ass in class. Like, yeah, no, that is legit. That's the way it is. The TV now, I cannot open up just a browser window and show you guys, because what you all know as hentai is like one of the first things that pops up on there. these places are kind of used for people. Okay, there's a few different uses. All right, one is of course the gaming aspect of it. It's a esports cafe. That's what people do. Two, for people who are like moving around the city, who are working throughout the day, they come in and just sleep. They'll take one of the rooms upstairs. Usually, sometimes they'll take the ones down here, but I noticed that more people that take the rooms down here are either staying a long term, or they're actually like gaming and stuff like that. Except I have seen a couple of couples like come and go as well. But this place is right next to Shinichi. Is it Shinichi? Shinki. It's right next to a station. It's right next to a train station, and people who are getting off from work, especially late at night, they'll come in, sleep, get up, sleep for like a few hours, whatever, get up and go. If they're running around town, same sort of situation. Then you have individuals who are just coming in to knock one out. Let's just call it that. Men and women, doesn't matter. That's what they're doing. You've got couples, especially like younger couples too, can't go home necessarily, trying to get that little quality time. I've seen what Yeah, I've seen older couples and stuff like that too. Like husband and wife sort of situations come in and they'll like use the rooms for whatever purpose. Maybe they were out at work or whatever and they have a long distance to go home, or they have to go back to work again. Because some people that work one job during the day, and then here, this area alone, it is bars and clubs, like girl bunny bars, all kinds of stuff, regular bars, restaurants. And I mean, literally walk outside of here, right to the right, there's all the restaurants down the row. But then you walk back and there's two alleyways. One alleyway has like a bunch of different bars and stuff like that, a couple of different restaurants and stuff, but mainly those are like hidden bunny bars, especially since you're going upstairs into most of the buildings, second, third, fourth, fifth, seventh floor, sixth, seventh floor, stuff like that. The alleyway behind there, all the way down the row, is nothing but restaurants and not even bunny bars, essentially soaplins. Soaplins are everywhere in that second alleyway, and then there's quite a few restaurants that are laced out through it, and those restaurants, they are open till, I mean, some 24 hours, or at least 5 o'clock in the morning. What A few nights ago, I actually had gone out and I went to the wrong place. What? But I went to the wrong place. I went upstairs to the fourth floor instead of the third floor. I was looking for a bar just to have a drink, whatever. So the fourth floor was a restaurant, and the restaurant was really cool. Had good food there. Come to find out, during the day they do what's it called? They do burgers and stuff like that, which I tried the next day. Pretty damn good. You'll see the pictures on Instagram if you follow on there. But then they told me there's a bar, because I was looking for a bar, and there's one downstairs. So I went to the bar, ended up meeting a girl named Nanako who was working in there. Really sweet girl, whatever. She got me just, I mean, I was borderline. I put a little bit of the burgers do be damn good 99% of the time. Listen, you know what? I'm a picky burger person. Like normally I will only eat a burger maybe twice or 3 times at max out of a year. Not even kidding about that. And you guys have seen the burger that I made, at the restaurant back in the States. Here, the dude who made the burger, let me see if I can pull up the picture right now, because I don't think I have it on it's not on the PC, definitely not. This thing, it was good. And it was funny because the night before we had talked about food, and he found out that I was a chef and like all this other stuff. And so when I tried the burger, he asked me too, he goes, so really, what do you think of it? What can I do better? And I didn't want to be rude, but I was going to be honest with him. And I'm going to tell you right now, like, it was damn near perfect. The seasoning was the only thing that I would say was really like, it needed a little bit more seasoning to it. And then the chips and stuff like that were fire. Hopefully you guys can. So yeah, for in Japan, this was a good ass burger. I'm not even joking. It was juicy as hell. Tasted amazing. Just a little bit more season, or a little bit more tang to the barbecue sauce, because it was a barbecue bacon burger, and the chips, fire. Get me this burger right now. Hey, you gotta come to Kinshi in Tokyo right now to get that one. It is good. But anyway, after meeting that girl Nanako, I mean, she ended up giving me her number and everything else, and we talked the next day or whatever. We got trashed. I'm inside of an esports cafe in Kinshi in Tokyo, but I went out to eat afterward because I was starving. Hey yo, thanks for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I like none of my stuff is set up right now properly. I have to set this up for the next time I come in. But yeah, I went to go and eat, and it was 5 o'clock in the morning, and there were restaurants still open. I went and sat down, had two good ass meals, and then came over here. Came over here. And it's insane the way it works. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of the setup for this place. So like, if people work two jobs or whatever, they're gonna in this area, they're gonna come and stay here and sleep. Now, the other reason why people stay here is kind of the people who shut themselves off from everyone. The best burger I've ever had, I'm not gonna lie about this. And this is not being arrogant or anything else. It's the one I make. I'm not joking, not joking. And that's not just me saying it. It's it's a huge customer base. Every person that I've known who went to that restaurant when I started cooking there, like, not even kidding. Yeah, I can. I love food. I was just talking to the homie B. You guys know who B is. I was talking to him early. He's like, when I watched you, he always found it funny that when he watched my cooking videos on YouTube and stuff, the way I like lace the food up, he's just like, bro, you're the only one eating it. But I'm like, that's the thing. I like to make things that not just look good, that not just taste good, but look good no matter where I'm making it, whether it's at home, in a restaurant, whatever. But the other reason why people stay here, it's the individuals who kind of take themselves out of society. And if you don't know what I mean by that, there's a large group of people here in Japan, Tokyo especially. I think more so in Tokyo than in. You go on my YouTube channel. It's the Shell Bullet 8. You'll see the video there. I show you how to make the burger all the way through. Um, but there's a lot of people, especially here in Tokyo, who kind of are lonely, and it bears on them so much so that they pull themselves out of everyday life. And a lot of them end up coming to these places, coming to the esports cafes. People who are the kids who are runaways, different stuff like that. People who just want to get away from their families and everything else, they come to these esports cafes, and they have a place to do whatever it is that they like, that allows them to kind of live in the world that they want to live in. They don't have to really interact with other people if they're too shy or anything else like that. They can shower here, they can eat here. If they do have to go out, there's combinis right next door all around. That's just the way it works. Can you also make a mean Yes, that is actually on on YouTube as well, bro. Like, I can make anything, absolutely anything. But yeah, so it's really interesting the way that these places are set up. You won't find what, like, internet cafes. There's nothing like this in the States. Absolutely not. Anyway, so yeah, so I was thinking to myself, like, it was funny because while I was talking to B, I was like, damn, bro, I should do, like, Mr. Beast did that damn challenge in isolation for like 7 days. I'm like, shit, this would be the challenge right here. I stay in this place for 7 days straight, and sleep and everything else. Oh my god, my body would probably cramp all the way the hell up. I mean, I literally have to kind of be in the fetal position the entire time. And then, like, if I turn or anything else like that, that has to be a careful situation too, because I could easily just end up banging up against this desk. I'm an introvert, but an absolute beast at games. My country is 99% introverts, so internet cafes are not a thing, and PCs were very common from the start. See, but that's the thing. There's a lot of people who are intro. I consider myself an introverted extrovert. All right, and I talked about this last time. Like, I can live in 100% fucking solitude for long periods of time. For a very long period of time. But when I'm put into any situation, I'm comfortable. Like, it doesn't bother me at all being in any uh um social situation. I can have a conversation about anything, whatever. It works out. But I understand when it comes to what I mean by that. When it comes to the people here in Japan, Japan is kind of strange because people don't really interact with one another, and so many people find themselves to be in lonely situations. And then because people are so polite and usually try to don't say the things that they really mean, it makes it really, it makes it really different. Yeah, because Japan and Finland, that would make a lot of sense. That both countries are kind of like cut off from it, were for a long time cut off from the rest of the world. Well, welcome from Finland. Welcome from Finland. 99% introverts. So internet cafes are not. Well, that's the thing. The internet cafes here, the esports places, you don't have to interact with anyone. You don't have to. You sit at at the desks out there by yourself. Then that's why these rooms are here too. Just come into one of these rooms and no one's bothering you. Not even the staff, unless you order something and want them to come to the room. And then at that point, they just come, bring your food, you pay, and they walk away. That's it. That's all there is to it. But anyway, so yeah, when I will get the time and sit down, and probably it'll be later on tonight because my sleep schedule now is just screwed. I'm up until like 4 o'clock in the morning every single night, if not five, or maybe a little bit later, and then get up and start my days, a couple hours later. But anyway, I'll get the videos because there's another eating Japan video coming out. I've got that. I just need to edit it. I have to edit the video about the internet cafes, and then I have another video that I need to edit as well. It's a bit much. When I was grinding CS, I had teammates from Eastern Europe, so it was funny because they were playing in an internet cafe. You could hear playing in the background, people playing in the background. Well, it's crazy because here we were playing on stream. We were playing, Nina Kai and I were playing Fortnite, and I legit, like, we won the final match that I was gonna play that day, and I was like, but I had to hold in. I had to hold it in because usually people aren't that, they're not that loud at the cafes here. But then again, later at night, that's when people are like, they're more active, and you can hear people talking, and uh just being more lively, I guess, at that in that point. That's the other thing too. You can actually, I could order a beer in here right now if I wanted to. It doesn't matter what you want, you can get it in here. It's insane. All right, so you know what, I didn't have any videos for us to react to or anything like that, and in fact, after I'm done here, I have to go out and pick up some stuff that needs to get shipped out. And by the way, if you guys have not seen it, you need to check this out. Um, mm, 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 mm. 15. Yeah, this should be it. It should go in there because I'm putting it in there. All right, that link right there. Check it out. For real. For real. I didn't even know how internet cafes are in real life. When GTA 4 came out, that was the first time I learned about internet cafes. Well, they're different, I think, in every place, in every country. Like, frick, where is it? Was it Thailand or was it China? China, well, Taiwan is huge for internet cafes, and they are big. A lot of them are big. There's one here that I actually want to go to that's supposedly massive. It's supposedly massive. I want to go and check that one out. I've never seen one in real life. Yeah, this one here, it's like it's 2 floor. Technically, I think at one point they had 3 floors. Well, right now it's running fine. So the connection here, the PCs out there run they run really well. The one in here, I'm kind of iffy about, and we're going to test that out in a minute as soon as we go into gaming. So I cannot play Fortnite in here because this controller that I have, and I tested a couple of other controllers, doesn't want to work properly with Fortnite. And I don't have my controller with me, which I should have that thing with me at all times. But we'll do some COD tonight, and then we'll also probably do some Overwatch because I know Nina's on Overwatch right now. And this PC, I mean, it's carried some pretty good stuff that I kind of tasked it through. I will say that graphically it's not that great, only because I know this because Modern Warfare, it acts kind of sketch while I'm playing Modern Warfare. But when I do anything else on here, it's perfectly fine. You can put keyloggers and other shit on the PCs and scan. Yeah, yeah. But here's the thing. So I have my laptop with me. So for any like actual work and stuff like that, all of that stuff is here. This was just strictly, essentially for gaming. And I don't give a damn because I'm hooked up to where if anything happens, once I log out of something, if anything happens, it automatically notifies me, hey, someone's trying to log in again. Even whether it's me or not, I get those notifications. It's like, nah, bruh, someone else is trying to log into your system. All right, hang on. Let's see. Display capture. I'm going to kill that. Okay, so I am thinking we will get into some COD. Hey, Deadlock. So what you were saying, let me go back to your chat real quick. My bad, my bad. I just didn't want to get distracted and lose my train of thought on that. Hotel till the 19th or till we have a new place to live. So I still didn't get to read that entire message. I read part of it, and I'm sorry you guys are going through that. Like, seriously, like, trust me, right now, like, everything, it has seemed like everything that possibly can go wrong has gone wrong. Like, so I 100%, you know, 100% understand that. But I hope everything, like, gets better for you guys, and, you guys, I remember the last situation you had told me about or whatever. You guys were very resilient. You stuck together and you did what you had to do. And it's a shitty situation. That's the problem with like renting from people and stuff like that too, is the fact that at any point in time they can switch something up. My buddy, he was running his shop, and the owners like sold the building and everything else, so it forced everyone that was in the building to have to leave the building because they were transitioning it to something else. And it goes the same when you're renting properties, houses, apartments, different things like that. It's a shit thing to have to deal with. I got Dragon's Dogma 2 for the Xbox and Rise of the Ronin for PlayStation. Nice. I haven't gotten any new games. I haven't had the chance. Are you in Japan right now? Yes, I am. I moved here almost 3 months ago now. Almost 3 months ago. Give me a sec. Let's see. Mm-mm-mm. Oh crap. It always messes with me still because the keyboards here, like I have everything. You have the kana on the keyboards, and then you have romanization on the keyboards as well. But some of the keys are in completely different places. So the act symbol is not where you guys would normally think it would be. There's multiple period sections, like, so it messes with me while I'm typing on this thing sometimes. Could you show me the apartment quickly? I already well, I'm not there right now. I'm in the esports cafe room, in a private room. And also, how common is it to see skylines and other Gideon's for? Very. It's actually pretty common. And what's crazy is, while I was out in Akihabara, I did not get to record it, but there was one. This thing was hooked up. It was mean. That skyline was mean. I don't know what the paint job they did on that thing. It was insane. And not only that, but like they had the ground effects kit, and even there was a lighting system on the exterior, like the doors and hood and everything else on it as well. Like, the thing was clean. Thing was clean. No, no, I don't. And it, like, I mean, like I said, I just got here a few months ago, and I didn't feel I needed one either. I don't feel I need one. I mean, at this point in time, not so much. But will I later? More than likely. I mean, the longer that I'm here and everything else, but I don't mind the travel situation here. First off, for a lot of things, and I've found this out about myself, I know I like to work out. I used to love going for runs. I like walking. I don't know why, walking out here, I enjoy doing it, and I see so many more things while doing so when I do that. Not just that, but the public transportation system here, fantastic. Buses, clean, clean. They're almost always on time. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if it is late, it's like a minute, two, three at max, something like that. But they keep a very serious time schedule here. The trains run like every 2 or 3 minutes in most areas. Now, there are some cases where, like, there's going to be train rides I'm going to take that are going to be long, but do I really care? Not really. I mean, at this point, not really. I enjoy it. Yeah, but the cars there are so cheap. If I A90 20K here would be like two. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, cars. Things still balance out to some extent. The thing about it is that, yes, because of the difference in currency, yeah, you make out like a bandit. If you come here with euros or USD, you're good. You're good. And trains are on time. Yeah, trains here are almost always on time, and the schedule is like so quick, it's crazy. Here it's always like 40 minutes. How much did you bring with you? Well, I'm not going to say the exact amount, but let me put it like this to you. All right. I emptied out my bank account. I got rid of everything that I had in the States. I minimized everything to one massive suitcase and a good carry-on bag, because I knew when I got here I was just gonna buy anything that I needed. The apartment that I didn't get was furnished. Everything else, I lost my wallet after it was. I was here for like a month and a half or something like that. So I lost my wallet and thought I was fucked. But luckily, I'd already paid for the place and everything else. But a couple of people that sent me, and I told them, like, I don't need much. Now, right now, it's becoming a thing where I'm like, I'm getting low on money again, but I get paid this upcoming, well, hopefully this upcoming week, so I'll be good. As far as did I come here for work, I did because I had a offer made to me, but I also still work with clients for in the states as well. So yeah, I still have that going on. The teaching, here, which I'm actually transitioning. I'm trying to transition into a school versus doing the private thing. Because initially I was like working in the school for a little bit, and then they wanted to do like the private lessons. But I want to go back into working in the school, or hell with it altogether and go into just start up a business here. So okay, why did I move here? So good question. Um, I always knew I was going to move back here. I lived here when I was younger. I was born in Madrid. My family is Spaniard, African American, and Japanese. My haha wa Nihonjin to Spainjin desu ga oto wa Africa American Jin to Spainjin desu. So my mother was half and half. My father was African American and Spaniard. So yeah, the reaction is interesting because first a lot of people, like when they meet me in person, they see it like my eyes and everything else scream. Like when you look at me dead in the eyes, you're like, okay, yeah, what the hell is he? And then my complexion, I actually had this. It was funny before I left from the states. The company that I was working with, the owner, his grandmother was half Japanese, and he's like, "Can I ask you something?" And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but what are you mixed with?" And so when I told him, he goes, "That's why, because my eyes and cheekbones reminded me of his grandmother. Like I get those things from my mom, and then the rest of my features very strong, like male features from my dad." Now, the big reaction to me is like I've been walking around here in my jacket throughout most of the time that I've been here, but I have to take it off at certain instances, especially like when I'm going into places and eating. It's uncomfortable to be wearing a jacket. But as soon as I take that son of a bitch off, everyone is just like, well, I have people, girls especially, come up and like just want to touch me and like literally ask me like, do you work out like every day? The other night when I met the girl Nanako, the owner of the bar came in, younger dude, him and his friend, whatever, and he was like, "Can I arm wrestle you?" I said, "Are you serious right now, bro? Are you serious?" So we did, and he's just like, "Dude, like you take care of yourself really really well." So the reaction to, and it's interesting because they can tell from like different features, and then my hair, like all this other stuff, because my hair was long. I just cut it a couple of days ago, but everyone everyone has been very kind and open, and they like to conversate with me, and they like there's places I go to like every day. I get calls from the people that I've met, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing today? Are you going to come to the bar? Are you going to come and do this? Do you want to do this? Whatever." I've met so many women so many women here, and one in particular that I've spent a lot of time with. So it's been the reaction as a whole, and I know that there's a lot of people. Here's what's crazy. So I know that there's a lot of people who are very, how do I put it? They're foreign phobic. First off, first off, and then being black as well. It's a look. Speaking of, Nina had said something about this the other day because I talked to her, and so I'll discuss that right now. Nina, when he showed up yesterday, which was Friday, he told us that we had to five before he even knocked. He put green paper stain. Whoa, that's crazy. Hey, thank you for that. Are you like 1% most buff people there, like top 1% most buff people? I wouldn't say that. I'm like, I know there's people that are big, but it's just that everything about my physique, I would say, because I've been working out my entire life. I used to work out 7 days a week, and I did that for years. And so I can just maintain like a very good physique. And if I work out anymore in the way that I eat, I will get bigger and bigger, but my waist stays small. So it's like everyone know I am wide. I have very good muscle tone, but I usually wear like long sleeve because I have tattoos and stuff like that as well. But you can still see it through the shirts. I've seen videos of black people in China and people are just asking kindly and they're just curious. Some as white people in Africa, yeah, same as white people. Yeah, people are like that. But here you have to understand something. A lot of Asian culture looks at black people in a kind of well, I mean not kind, but in a very demeaning fucking light. The things that they've seen or know of, you know, blacks and things like that comes from movies where they're usually portrayed in a very negative light. Comes from, you know, there's a lot of places that it comes from. But I'll say this: Tokyo is one of the places where more people want to know more or like ask questions and different things, and I have zero issue with it. In fact, look, the realest conversation I've had is with the woman who I am now very close with here. Like, I mean, the first time I walked in her bar, like we got into this conversation, and when I spoke Japanese and everything else, that's what really got her too. And she is Russian and Japanese, like she's mixed herself. But she told me when we got, here's the thing. So I explained this before. When people drink here, it's one of those things where it allows them to open up. Sorry, it's getting hot in here. It allows them to open up, and they'll talk about anything with you. And she told me straight up, she goes, "Can I be honest? And I'm so sorry." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Because I've thought of myself as a very racist person." And I laughed and I go, "That's fine. I like conversations. So go ahead, run it." So she told me, like, it's not just necessarily black people, but, you know, foreigners in general. Chinese people, meh. Korean people, meh. Mexican, it doesn't matter to her. But most Japanese people are like that with other Asians, they, especially Koreans. Ooh, wee. Secret unlocked right there. They don't they don't like them that much. But with black people, she told me, she goes, "I was afraid because of a lot of the things that I saw." And then to see you, and she even laughed about this. She's one of the first that made this joke. She goes, "To see how physically strong you are, but so kind, makes me completely think otherwise." She goes, "I've never been the type of person to interact with people and actually want to know so much about them as I do with you." And I mean, I've had so many conversations with that woman now. Like, if I left from here right now and went over to the bar, well, she won't be there till what, like another 5 hours. She opens up at like 8. But we could have like very good conversation. And she introduced me to multiple people who were from the area. It's the area that I live in Asakusa. She introduced me to multiple people, like all kinds of stuff. It just like what they think of blacks is it's kind of fucked up. It can be kind of fucked up, but it's so crazy to me because I mean, even the girl. So the conversation from the other night, Nanako, we were talking about, you know, the ethnic challenges between people, and she said she had lived in America for a little while, and she goes, she thought that, you know, especially the black people were going to treat her very, you know, strangely. She doesn't speak English very well. She still doesn't, even after living there for the period of time that she did. And she goes, but they were the nicest, you know, just sweetest people to me. And so it's very hard here to see how people will act towards them or treat them and everything else, when I know, like her, she said, when I know, you know, how good people are, you know, or can be. Let's see. Yes, I asked that before, but you missed it. How do Japanese people react to you as a black person? Yeah, that's what I. Okay, I went back and I looked at chat. Finland and Japan are pretty racist countries for sure. You have very kind eyes, no, but I guess it makes people more. It is very true. That is very true. Not even joking. My eyes, like seriously, my eyes have gotten me in a lot of trouble in life, especially with women. So yeah, it makes people want to open up to, and even like the guys that I meet here, they end up once we talk, they're just like, nah, you're cool. There's a dude, June. June every Sunday hits me up. Hey, I'm going over to the izakaya. Come through. He's the one who introduced me to the girl Mayuko that I'll be supposed to be going out with this upcoming week too. Like, it's a matter of being able to communicate and just have conversations with people. But anyway, that girl Nanako, she was explaining this to me, and she goes, and what really makes it makes it so much harder because here people just zoom past each other. No like communication, no like, you see somebody on the street that you might be interested in talking to, do you even talk to them? You shouldn't talk to them because that's just the way it is culturally. And I told her, I said straight up, I go, look, here's the thing, I get that, I completely get it. But the reality of it is that's what puts people in the state that they're in here. No understanding, loneliness, all of those different things. I said at any point in time, you ever see me on the street, you can stop me and we will talk. And I think that's what got her too. Because I was just like, even she smokes. So she's like, I want to have she asked me, she goes, can I have a cigarette? And I'm like, do what you want to do, go for it, whatever. Because we were just sitting there talking and drinking, and she kept serving me fucking drinks. But the thing was, I told, like, the way that I explained the understanding, especially from living here when I was younger, the way I was brought up and everything else, she goes, she was very shy, and so she didn't know how she was going to react to talking to me, because the one thing she said, she goes, your eyes are so pretty, so it was really hard to like look at you. And I'm like, it's, you know what, I get it. But I go, she goes, why am I so shy? I go, it's shame. I go, Asian parents in general, Japanese parents especially, shame is built into the culture. It's built into the culture so much that it bears down on people in more ways than it actually should. Shame is necessary. I will say that. Have some kind of fucking shame. That's perfectly fine. But it shouldn't be a thing where it stagnates you in every aspect of your life, especially like, relationship wise. And I don't mean that just like, a couple relationship, like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, things like that. But no, the relationship that you build with people in general. And I think that's another reason why so many people are intrigued when they meet me, because I have that level. I try to maintain that level of respect, which is always inherently been there for me, especially being raised, as Japanese. Like it's just there. It's a very Asian parent situation. No matter they're half Asian or full Asian, they drill it into you. But at the same time, the other part of me, growing, European and American, we are very like open, open people. Bring it in. Let's discuss it. Let's drink together. Let's have some fun. Let's do this. I see a woman on the street I want to talk to. If I have to stop and talk to her, I have to stop and talk to her. I meet a girl in the bar, and that was the thing with Nanako. I did not, I mean, there was like flirting there or whatever, but I let her go ahead and be the one to be like, all right, look, let's do this. The woman Takeko, that was just a natural fucking thing from the moment we like saw each other and I talked to her. Like that was just it. We were just like, okay, it is what it is. And it's like their shyness and everything else, I understand it. And so I know how to, I guess, kind of traverse it in order to build some kind of relationship, some kind of rapport, whatever the case may be, friendship wise or whatever. How many languages do you speak? So a lot. uh, nah, most of the languages that I ended up picking up, are because of the fact that when I would live in other countries or whatever, it was more of a thing to learn them in order to be able to eat. My mom was always of the mindset that I had to at least know how to be polite, and then of course, you're hungry, you're gonna starve otherwise. You know what I'm saying? But so Castellano, form of Spanish, English, some Japanese, some French, Italian, German, Russian, Korean. So yeah, quite a few. And the Korean, what's funny is like the bit that I had picked up in Korean, I ended up meeting a girl in the States who, the Korean and Mexican girl. We've actually streamed together once before. She's Korean and Mexican and native, and yeah, so she would teach me Korean. I would teach her Japanese and help her with Spanish as well. And that was another point that I was going to make too. It's so funny how, you know, Japanese or especially are so leery of blacks when most African Americans usually on some level have like a native descent to them, and anthropologically African natives and Asians and Japanese people specifically are very closely related. I'm gonna say this right now. Y'all can take it how you want to take it. I can show you pictures of Japanese girls that been talking to whatever. If they ain't got nigga noses, I don't know what it is. Like, come on now, seriously. It's crazy to me because it's like you are more closely related to this group of individuals than you actually think, yet you hold this like huge level of fear or disdain towards them, and you don't even understand it. So yeah, it is what it is. Josephine's trying to grab the screen. Yeah, for sure, you have very nice, and I'm sure it helps a lot as a black person in foreign countries. Yeah, really does. And then being able to speak the language primarily, and like holding, that's the thing. You go into a country, you act accordingly to the country. Don't sit there and just like act a fool. And it's one of those things that annoys even me. It annoys me to see it. And especially like out on the streets, the way that things move here, so on and so forth, you can tell the individuals who are just absolutely not from here. Of course, usually like I physically, feature wise, I can tell the difference between each cultural group or whatever. But just if even if you're like slightly confused, just watch them walk down the street. Like then you'll know. It's like, oh yeah, they're not Japanese. They're either Chinese or they're Korean, but they're definitely not from here. My friend's parents were living in Japan 2 to 3 years, and when my friend visited, he told me they had designated smoking spots and everything. So, okay. I don't want to be crunching the ice in y'all ear. Still addicted to this damn drink. Like, it's ridiculous. So they do. So you'll find people like they'll smoke in alleyways. They won't necessarily smoke on the streets. You'll see that happen every now and again, and like usually, I mean, I've done it a couple times. It's just one of those things. Like businessmen do it a lot, and guys that are part of a certain group because they don't give a fuck, they'll do it. And then there's certain cities where you'll see it more than anywhere else. You'll see it more in Shibuya, Ikihabara, places like that, then you'll actually see it in somewhere like Asakusa or like the smaller surrounding cities of Asakusa, like Shinki. But right outside, if I go out to the left, over by the station, the train station, there's a huge smoking section where everyone, like, I mean, if I walked out there right now, it'd probably be packed. Throughout the day, that smoking section is packed. Right around the corner, walk down underneath the tunnel, everything else, there's another one off to the side. And then a lot of the alleyways and stuff like that, they have designated smoking areas and stuff like that too. They try to keep it, people smoke here. They don't give a damn. It's a huge part of the culture. The men, the women, like it doesn't matter. And a lot of them have vaporizers now. They use the ones where the cigarette goes inside. They can smoke, but it keeps the smoke inside of there. Not like the vape pens with liquids and stuff, but actual vaporizers that just conceal the smoke smell. But they'll use that instead. But a lot of the people here, yeah, they smoke, and they this country is just like, they're like, look, we're not going to stop people from doing something that we know is a big part of, culturally a part of, like, that society, and them being social and everything else, just the same as drinking. That's why alcohol is so damn cheap here. It's so cheap. It's insane. It is insane. Shame absolutely built in. Yeah, that's something you need to grow out as you grow older. Cultures have some stupid things. Yeah, every culture does. What's the biggest pro of that culture that should exist everywhere else as well? The respect factor. Like, honestly, the respect factor towards one another. Or even more than that. So I haven't put this video up. So I actually went ahead and tried McDonald's. Yes, I did. It was breakfast, so I didn't feel bad, and I'm not even gonna lie about it. Like, I was shocked. I was shocked. But while I was there, I was eating in the upstairs area at a Saxa Rocks, and there was a homeless dude that was just, he was sitting there, he was reading the paper, of course, just probably just wanted to be inside somewhere, just chilling, whatever. And the girl, you know, I call her the McBaddie. The McBaddie, she went upstairs, and she came up, she was delivering, the food to somebody else, and she went and took him an apple pie, and it was just crazy. His reaction, he was so grateful and so thankful, and he like turned and he smiled and he clapped and said, "Thank you, thank you." Arigato, arigato. It's like over and over and over again, and then she was just like, "It's fine," and went off. And the thing was, I saw like the manager just walk past too, so he obviously knew that she'd done this or whatever. But it's like, that was just a small gesture of someone helping someone else in a situation where I know in the States and a lot of places they'd be like, "Man, fuck that nigga." Like, he go starve. It is what it is. And then of course, like, a lot of the homeless people in the States too, wild. If I had you some change and you throw it on the floor and look at me like I'm a bitch, like, bro, like, hold on, we might have to scrap this one out. Like, let's keep it a stack. But yeah, I mean, just that sort of interaction amongst people, and the respect factor that they have, especially like with the older generation and everything else. And I mean, you'll see that a lot in centos and onsens and different stuff like that, like the bathhouses. There was old man who was there, and like something happened, and one of the young dudes went up, helped him clean himself up. It's crazy that level of respect that you will see here that you won't really see in a lot of different places throughout the States as well. Have you ever visited Finland, or do you have it in your plans? I have not, and it wasn't something that I had thought about, but it would be nice to see. Not even a joke. And another place was Greenland, that I had actually thought of. Greenland and Iceland. I don't know why, but it was just always one of those things where I was like, kind of want to check those places out. Finland might, hey, it is, hey, it's another spot that just might be nice to see. Most mellowed out European Americans walk past friends down the sidewalk. Hey there, mate, let's go to local pub and I'll buy you a pint. Here, usually you see people like in groups and stuff like that. And I told you guys that story too, where I was at the izakaya and I had ordered like when I first got here, like I had ordered all that food and I was drinking and we were all just like joking and laughing and singing and just having a good time. And the businessman, because of the conversation that we had, he was like, "I'm paying his entire bill." I didn't know, and they told me, and I'm like, "What? No, what the fuck?" I literally, I had eaten like three meals and had one. By that point, I was like 5-6 beers deep at least, and he was just like, "I got it." People are just like that. It's, hey, is drinking Drinking alien pee on rock. Dude is drinking alien pee on rocks. Hey, you know what? I, if that's what it is, I'm not bad at it at all. It's fucking delicious. Oh, how much is a pack of cigs in Japan? So that's crazy. Only like $4 American. That's it. That's it. And some I think are less too. There's others that are less. Hang on, I'm sorry. So yeah, uh, what else? I know a while back my friend Lex went and visited his grandparents last year in Japan with his wife and two daughters. He said it was like 250 yen for a pack of cigarettes. So okay, now what they might be talking about are the ones that go into the vaporizers. They're actually less expensive. A pack of smokes, depending on the type that you get, it's usually between 500 and I think the highest I've seen was like 600 yen. So yeah, it's somewhere within the realm of $3.50 up to $4 American. That's it. There's no tax. What the price is what the price is, and that's it. The ones for the vaporizers cost a lot less. Japan and Finland has it in common. The respect is there. Immigration problems have, however, changed it down south. So it's funny here. I just found out. I read something in the news just the other day. Like they have a subsidy right now for women to freeze their eggs. They are not having enough children here. Like the birth rate's down, or like all kinds of stuff. The working class age gap is a mess, and it's just like I I don't know. It's one of those things where they're trying to figure out how to solve that problem, and I'm like, fucking, you know what? I'm here. I'll help breed the entire society. I'll just let me stop. Let me stop. Let's see. McBaddy, I'm dead as fuck. Yeah, I heard about it too. My country has the same issues. Very, yeah, I know Finland has that same issue. Weren't they like paying? They were like paying people to move there. From what there was something that I read on that, like, and it actually came from like the Finnish news or whatever. But I know there's a couple of countries that are having that situation. Spain is actually having that issue, especially in specific areas of Spain, and they need more people to move there. They need like a higher population. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like human beings are killing themselves off. Like we're just gonna deteriorate right off the planet. But anyway, how long have we been oh damn, it's been an hour already. Everybody that's on, thanks a million for being here, both on YouTube and on Twitch. And if you are on YouTube, go ahead, give a like, most definitely subscribe. Feel free to hop in the chat, and if you're on Twitch, go ahead and subscribe, at least follow and hop in the chat, most definitely. um it's sad to see language of people die in real time. It is, it really is. But it's one of those situations where people have kind of, I don't know why, but the internet was supposed to bring people more together, connect us more than ever, so on and so forth. And we decided somewhere along the lines that it would be the thing that would actually, make us more separate than anything, and distrust one another more than anything, and divide and like draw these stupid ass divisions amongst us more than anything. Like it's insane how that ended up working out, but that's what it is, to be honest about it. I mean, people don't know how to interact with each other anymore. The internet really made us more separate instead of bringing us together. Yeah, people just don't know how to interact with one another anymore. And what's really messed up, it brings out this terrible realization of how greedy some people can be, and who people really are, and what they can really be about. And so of course it makes others shut off. one of the women here were telling me about something that it was a very, I know there's always been like these very common sorts of scams and stuff like that, and that's goes in any country, but here there's one that's like a love scam, and ooh, it's cold blooded, like to do somebody like that. Like it is absolutely terrible. And she was telling, she's like, it gets run more on women than anything. It's not something that will typically happen to the men, but it happens more so to the women. But I mean, it also goes into the I understand that it's partly an online thing. It's become more prevalent online than it ever has been here, but it was more of a thing that happened in like the club scenes and stuff like that. Because here, listen, I'll tell y'all something right now. For the desires that everyone looks at men for having, the world over, especially in the Western world, women have a lot of those same fucking desires. Let's just be real. Let's just be real about it. A lot of them won't admit it, so on and so forth. Here, it's crazy because women are very feminine out in the streets. I mean, like you will see, like they're almost always wearing dresses, skirts, different things like that, and it's cute as hell because instead of like running around in like heels or whatever else, because them shits can be uncomfortable. I mean, you see them in kicks. They'll be in the cutest fucking like dress and some kicks. Like really though, really, but they hold themselves, to a certain level, and even when it comes to like dating, they interact in a certain way, so on and so forth. But when it comes down to the business, whoa, whoa, whoa. I can't even say. I cannot even like go into detail on certain shit. But let me just say right now, Lord have mercy. Mm. One individual decided, and I'm I was like, I don't know if this video is ever going to make it to the light of day, but one individual decided she wanted to take me out, and so she called me and she goes, "Hey, meet me here." And I'm like, why don't you just come by, whatever, because it was right around the corner from my place. She goes, "No, meet me here. I'll be there probably like 5-10 minutes after you." All right, cool. Literally right around the corner from my place. So I'll go over there and I'm like, what is this? Why are we? All right, whatever. Go in, shows up, walk in, and I was like, wow, hotel. Not just any hotel. Love Hotel. And I was like, oh, well, I know what's like. Yeah, I know what this is. Whatever. But it was so interesting, like the way the room was set up and all the little stuff that they had in there, the little details, so on and so forth. But what I'm getting at is this woman, very, very, I mean, oh my God, she's like 43 years old, absolutely beautiful. Her 20-year-old daughter and her look alike. It's fucking scary. Bad as hell. So feminine. Such a lady. But yeah, I don't want to say too much, but god damn, yeah. And so a lot of the women here are very much so that way, especially when you're like working and you have all the pent up emotions and everything else going on all throughout the day that you really can't express, and you don't know what to do with it. And how do you release that? You go out to a club or whatever. And the same thing goes for the effect that like so many people, like they don't get into relationships. They have dated like women who haven't dated anyone in fucking like 10 years or ever. Like, excuse me? What the fuck? No one's ever approached them. They don't know how to approach someone. Someone's shy. Someone else is shy. Like they don't know how to interact, and like it's crazy. So they go and do these, like they do the clubs, the same kind of clubs that men would do, but only for women, so on and so forth. End up spending bread. Some of them get into debt, and now you got a problem. The dude that you thought that was really interested in you, that all of a sudden was like, let's go out and do this, that, and the other, was now got you spending bread on him, at the club, or like trying to like get his rankings and status up within like that whole industry and everything else to put him in a better position. And the next thing you know, you're in super debt. What do they want from you once you go into that kind of debt? Or he's hitting you up saying, "Oh, I need some money because, my ranking, like someone else is in a better position, so on and so forth." So, I mean, these women are like just spending bread, constant bread. And then the next thing you know, they fall into debt. And what happens when they fall into debt? You got to figure out a way to make it to pay that money that you owe. And that's where those love scams come in into play. Like the dudes are playing the women based on the factor that they are emotionally lonely, and it's insane. And now with the internet and everything else, where we were talking about how it's like separated us on so many levels, it's made it here to where it's even easier to play into those sorts of scams and stuff like that. Like it's kind of sad. It's really fucking sad. Uh, the internet has made us more divided than anything. But would you like to know what is happening in my town right now? Because this is also apparently what is connected to the reason why we may not have a place to live. The dating culture is fucked. The dating culture is fucked. The dating culture, like, is it's everywhere is damn near fucked. But here, it is much better than in the States. Way better. I cannot stress that enough. It's so funny because the things that I like that I've seen and like dealt with and experienced here and being back here, like I remember younger and now looking at it from a whole different perspective, especially with like certain things that have advanced since the last time that I was here, so on and so forth. The dating culture it's almost the same, but now like more people, and I see it very often to where they'll use dating apps, so on and so forth. But a lot of the times they're using it because they're just lonely in general, and that's it's so fucking it's so strange to me. But then you know in my situation, I think the reason why it's been easier, and I'm not saying of course, like the eyes in my smile, like it gets them every time. But it's more they find out like I'm here. I'm not just like moving in a couple of months or whatever. Oh no, you're staying. Oh shit, yeah. Let's go for it. And it's still also a thing where it's like, even though me being black, like it's one of those things where I know a lot of them would normally be like, but then once I speak, and then once they find out I'm half, and like little different things like that come in, and it works out. But what really gets things for me, I think, is because I still approach it from a standpoint, like I said, it's having both worlds built in. So I know how to approach it in a respectful sort of sense, but the the American in me, the black man in me, is like, look, I don't care where we are, I don't care what we're doing. If I want to talk to you, I'm going to talk to you. If I want to ask you out, I'm going to ask you out. If we're walking down the street or whatever, and you want to like lock arms with me, hold my hand or something like that, cool. And that's something else that you notice here too. A lot of times, like you'll see like the guys either walking in front of his girlfriend, or something like it's strange, or they're not holding hands or whatever. And I had a few women who asked me that too. They were like, if we were like in a real relationship, would you like hold my hand walking down the street? I was like, why not? Because a lot of times Japanese men just don't do that. And I'm like, that is true. Damn. Ain't that some shit? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, get off of that. Let's see. Is nicotine purchase as common? Wait, is nicotine pouches as common there as they are in Europe now? No. Nope. Spitting on the ground is an absolute no-no for one. Yeah, not very common. Not that I've seen. I mean, I don't think I've seen them at all. Now making me want to go to the convenience, take a look. Smoking is becoming less common now. Not here, not here. People are finding more ways to use nicotine. I talked about dating culture. I found my current partner for a stream chat. Never used Tinder or anything like that. It was just good luck. See, you know what? We did on here. We would do a thing where we would go on to Tinder and like rate the profiles and different stuff like that. I never really used it for. I had never used it for dating. And then all of a sudden, while I was on there, like doing the profile, like the number of women that like racked up on my profile was like, holy shit. I was like, wow, okay. And what's funny is one of them, this girl was brilliant. Like I was like, what the hell? One of the pictures was me in front of my green screen with my name in the backdrop, the Shell Bullet 8 in the backdrop. This girl looked me up online, found. I don't know if I should have been creeped out. I was kind of like flattered by it, but I didn't know if I should have been creeped out or what. But she found my YouTube channel first, which led her to my Instagram, which DM. And she was a doctor. It's like, all right, run it. Let's go. Still unclear where we're headed, but I hope the best. Well, you know what? That's the thing. Relationships are a very interesting sort of situation. You can't know right out the gate. And in fact, you won't know for the first year sometimes. You know, it's a lot of fun. And then there comes like that rough patch, especially like getting towards the end of the first year. What are we doing? Where are we headed? You know, so on and so forth. The second year, same thing. You know, it's trying to just be as open and honest and communicate as best as you possibly can with your partner. I think that actually helps you get through those things and will help guide you into understanding where you're going to go in the relationship. Living together, you know, is a whole nother situation too. If you get to that point. My buddy and we had talked about this too, and it's like it's about a very true statement. You have to live with somebody for like 3 years before you really understand what that relationship is all about. Like it's crazy. It's crazy because you're in a fight and you're in a bitch and moan. Everybody's gonna do it back and forth to one another. One's gonna be calmer than the other, you know. But it has to become that sort of situation where once you get things, it becomes that situation where once you get things down, you got it down, and you can last however long you want to in that relationship from that point on. If you went to a bar in Japan at a Friday night at 10 p.m., how many girls would you have approaching you? That's the thing. I don't know. Like, I don't think about things like that. And usually I go to izakayas. But what's funny is funny enough that you say that, because I've now found, like, I go to izakayas, but I go to bars too, but not the kind of bars that you're probably thinking. All right. Bars here are super chill. Like, everybody's at the bar, like drinking, chilling, talking, you know, shit like that. But I found one that is a hip hop bar. Dance it, like everything. They do like straight American hip hop music. The bar's small, dance floors are small. It is what it is. The first night I went in there, I found it accidentally, and it just, I'm walking past this spot, didn't see a sign or nothing, but I don't know why I felt like somebody was staring at me. So I look over to my left, and there's this woman in the doorway having a cigarette. Bad. And I'm like, huh, what the hell? So I'm looking around, and I finally see the little sign and what it says, and I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Go in, order a drink, sit down. What happens? I look over, she's staring fucking directly at me. I'm like, okay. Maybe I'm tripping. Chill, have my drink, go order another drink. At the bar now, she has now turned her head and is staring at me. Okay, take my drink back, walk over, can I buy you a drink? That's exactly how I approached it. Yes. Next thing I know, she comes and sits where I'm sitting, and we were conversating the whole fucking night. Whole night. Just having a good time. Danced together quite a bit. Then she's like, let me go and buy you a drink. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, whatever it is what it is, shawty. And the next, like, ended up exchanging numbers, all that stuff. The next night, I went back, met a whole nother woman. That one like came straight up, just straight up. The other bars like that I've gone to, like a lot of them, like karaoke bars, stuff like that, and I've met girls there, just in conversation with someone else, or like the amasa, or the mama of the bars, the karaoke bars. Like you'll find a lot of the bar owners and karaoke bars and stuff like that are mamas. Some of the girl bars are owned by a few girls and stuff like that, but for the most part, they are owned by dudes. They're owned by dudes. But after the conversations with the mamas, now all of a sudden the girls want to talk to you, and it just becomes that whole sort of interaction thing. I've Since I've been here, I've actually like started talking to like bartenders and stuff like that too. Like it doesn't, it's not even necessarily the people that are there hanging out, it's the people that are there that are working too. So whatever, the girls that are there, like, it is what it is. Yeah, Tinder always felt weird to me. It's just scrolling through people who are basically just materials to you. You're just selling yourself, and who knows how many people they're talking to. I'd much rather meet some nice lady in the real world, in real life. I've always preferred the real life situation, going up, talking to somebody, talking to a woman in person, and building that whole thing there. Now, Tinder, I'll tell you right now, like, a lot of the profiles that are on there aren't even real profiles. They are real profiles, but a lot of the girls are just trying to boost their Instagram. And people think I joke when I say this. I'm like, I've actually had to do a study on this shit. Like, let's not even kid about this. They're like building up their socials. There was a girl at the club that I was at when the club I went to almost every night in the States. You guys have seen that club and met a few of the fine young women that whatever. uh but one of the girls, like, we were talking about, I'm like, I saw you, and we did it on stream too. When I saw her, I said, oh no. And everybody who saw her picture was like, god damn, because she bad. Lily is bad. And I'm like, I talked to her one day, I'm like, hey, what's up with you, your Tinder profile? She told me straight up, she goes, I put that on there, and it's just been getting me more and more people on my Instagram. I was like, I fucking knew it, because I know her. Her one of her closest friends, like, I was dating her closest friend like years ago. I didn't know her at that point in time, but then she found out that we knew that we had dated, because she saw her friend like all over, and we ended up conversating from that point on. So I got to know her very well, and I'm like, I know how she is. Like, she's not a online dating person. And she told me straight up, like, it was to boost her fucking socials. And then she said the one thing that I've heard a lot of other women say too, it gives my ego a boost as well. So I mean, how do you trust it? Some people are actually on there looking for relationships, some just for sex. Like, I'm not mad at you. Like, do what you do. Like, it is what it is. But when it comes down to it, it's built more for the women, not for the men, by any means at all. I will tell any guy that any day of the week. Tinder, those things are, dating apps are not built for you, especially if you're looking for an actual relationship. You just better be on there looking for a smash and pass sort of situation, or line your ass off in order to get the draws. Because look, it's not built for you to find someone really on there. I mean, it happens. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It does happen. But for the most part, nah, hell no. I still find it fucked up that we found my cousin on your Tinder profile. That is true. That is so true. Yo, that is crazy. That's crazy. She was in my area at that moment, or had been. Save here is very chill here. Now it seems extremely. Wait. Did I miss something? Okay. Now it seems extremely embarrassing to people to be a virgin at the age of 26. I've had multiple chances to get laid and always refuse because I'm actually looking for something meaningful. Most people laugh at me because I'm actually proud of myself for keeping my ground and respecting myself. I want to find the right one. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Especially for a dude, to say that, like, that's very rare situation. I get it. everyone has their ideals and their preferences and their morals that they stand on. Like my thing is, I think that as long as it okay, take it from this perspective. If a person's promiscuous, like sleeping around, shit like that, I'm not mad at them either. You like that. That's a part of you. I am. Listen, I've said this, and it was always like jokingly, like friends and everything else, because they all know, like, when I get into a relationship, I'm very much in that relationship. Like, if I choose to be with somebody, that means I want to be with that woman. There's nobody else that's necessary at that point in time. No other female is necessary. When I'm single, I'm a whore. Just just be honest about it. But the thing is, though, I'm not out there using people. I'm not using them for money. I'm not like selling whoring myself out, selling myself. And even in those situations, it's usually like if I'm messing with one girl at that point, then cool. That I could end up like messing with a couple, but I'm very honest about it. I don't sit there and play around. When it comes to like maintaining virginity and things like that, what's wrong with that? Now, the only thing I will say is that that physical bond is a very big thing for some people, and that's women included, especially out the get go. But if you found someone that you're with and they're happy with where you stand and they respect where you stand and they are being faithful to you and standing in that situation, fucking do it. What's the problem with it? There's nothing wrong with that at all. At all. Like, people will make fun of fucking anything. People like people lack the things that people lack in themselves makes it easier for them to poke fun at something that someone else is doing in order to hide whatever they're lacking themselves. Like, it is what it is. That's why I don't give a damn. Like, I'm so so direct and straight up. Ask me a question, I'm gonna tell you. If I can. If it's about somebody else or something like that, I probably like I don't like throwing other people's shit out there. But if it's about me and if I can, I'm answering it because I don't have fucking shame in it at all. I go to a bar and some drunk whale attacks me. I have enough dignity to say fuck that. Yeah. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Oh my god. Oh, I almost made a terrible joke right now. Bullet getting canceled. Just for that thought I might get canceled. Holy shit. Some people laugh at me for being a virgin, but it's 100% my own choice. Exactly. I had a chance to get laid. I have no shame about that, and I don't want to fuck some random fatty I found in a bar. I get it. I get it. I get it. Listen, I didn't say that. I was just reading, okay? Don't fucking cancel Bullet, all right? Bullet don't do no work. Oh, God. I know how you feel. I'm the same way. I prefer to find deadlock for find the right person. I'm glad I have the moment. We're engaged. We have a 7-month-old daughter, and I thought she's my wait. And if though she's my stepdaughter, she will be 4 here. Oh, yeah. Yep, your stepdaughter as well. By the way, you may need to come back to the U.S. in September, Bullet. Why? Fucking why? Why would I do that? You should be glad, and I'm really happy for you. Don't cancel Bullet. Yeah, like some of the stuff that, listen, I could put out a new video, or at least a new short, every single day with the shit that's in my head. I just know I'm getting canceled for a ton of it. A ton of it. It's comedy, but people can't take comedy anymore. So, yeah, I just hold the shit back. One day I might just say hell with it and just start doing it. Anyway, wow. Because I had a best man, I need... Because I got a best man, I need this, I need some... Now I just... Oh, the wedding. I see. Ah, Who knows? Might be a flight that I might have to take. I get laid easily. That's not a problem for me. It's 100% my own choice and something I don't respect. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Some people just meaningless sex and dating is exactly what it is. Meaningless. Facts, facts. Well, okay. I think that a lot of times, there is a such thing as just like flat out meaningless sex. There's sometimes where like the sex is just like, it's meaningless, but it was because of some strong interest or something like that. Like there's a difference between meaningless sex and then having some form of a connection with someone and having sex with them and it turns out to be nothing more than sex. There's a difference between those two, I personally think. And when it comes to dating, I'm like, why date without intent? You know, if we're just going out, if some girl and I are just going out to have drinks and we're cool, might fuck around. That's all it is. We're not dating. We're not dating. Baby girl, I'm not taking you on a $200 fucking dinner, $100 fucking dinner, even like probably like, listen, that is not what we're doing here. There's no intent behind this. This is just us hanging out. Like, that's it. But I understand like not wanting something meaningless. You know, a lot of people go through points in their life, and I was in a relationship with a lot of people have seen the videos from her and I many years ago. With her daughter, everything else. I was in that relationship for quite some time. Loved her to death. But afterward, when it all ended, it's just like, I'm good. I'm good. And I seriously was just like, I don't think I ever want to jump back into another relationship with anyone. But then, some women literally like kind of change that perspective. I've still remained single this whole entire time, and currently, especially like with the move here, like like there's a couple of girls that I still talk to them. But they were so hurt, and I told them, I had warned them about it and everything else. But we became so closely attached to one another that it was like, yeah, a very serious relationship could have formed, but it just wasn't meant at that point in time, or for multiple reasons. And that's the thing. I think that if you're going to live that way, just be honest and straightforward with the woman that you're with. Or I mean, if it's females, fucking around some dude or whatever, say. But it's usually the guys. We're the ones that make that decision whether or not like a relationship's gonna happen. Like that's just the honest to God truth. A woman to decide whether or not you're gonna get the panties, but we're the ones who decide whether or not we're gonna end up in a relationship. That's just it. That's how it goes. But here, and it's so funny because in going out, or like I've actually gone out on dates that were to see, and I was like, you know what, this is more like we're hanging out. Okay, we're getting to know one another. And the girls understood that, and they kind of said it too, just like to meet and see how things go and blah blah blah. Like we talk, and then it's like, all right, let's go and have drinks. Cool. It's not like we're going out to I don't know, fancy fucking whatever. We're just going out, we're gonna have a couple drinks, and we're gonna see what it is. Those turned into some fun nights. But there's two individuals specifically that's like, I'm going to end up having to make a choice sometime soon. Like, like, because I don't know. We just are very, very, very compatible with each other, so on and so forth. Like, it all boils down to what you want at that point in your life. There's nothing wrong with just having fun, but there's also absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to be in something real, because that's the one thing I try and like remind people all the time. We were built to be in these bonds, these relationships. You don't even have to take it to the extremes of like marriage and stuff like that, because even that is a very you know what? I'm not going to get into that part of it. But the reality of it is to be in pairs, to have someone who you can depend on, who you can talk to, who you can be with, who you can enjoy, like all of those different things. That is human nature. That's human nature, and that's what it really proves it so much so here in a country where people, an abundance of people, left and right, passing by each other all day long. When they don't make those connections, it becomes a very, very lonely fucking place. And what really gets me is that in the States and in the Western world and things like that, people think, oh, well, I get to make the decision and I can be alone and I'll be fine and everything else, until they find out that they're not. I have a very close female friend who is just like that. And ever since she and I started talking, and I always checked her on her bullshit. Like she would say something, I'm like, nah, get the fuck out of here. You're not being honest with yourself. You're not being honest with the rest of the world. These are things that you're guarding yourself in order to like try and protect your heart and everything else. And so you want to shut yourself down from everyone else. But there's going to become a point in time where you are going to fall apart because you need someone in your life. And over the course of over a year's time, like she's become more and more open about it. And the reality of it is, we are meant to be in meaningful things. So it's like, I think that all of the meaningless things that we come across carry us over and builds different forms of relationships and bonds that can be very important. They can be just as important as any other relationship. But in the end, yeah, we all should have someone, deserve to have someone. That's just that's just humans. We are social creatures. Even the ones that are introverted are social creatures. How many introverts have boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, so on and so forth? Yeah. I don't see swiping right to actually leading to something that will actually last a lifetime. And in some cases, yeah, I understand that, but in some cases, it has. I mean, there's always the outliers, but in general, I don't think so either. I don't think so. And so that fellow, I surely find someone, but I absolutely refuse to all the dating apps and getting laid in some bar. I want it to mean something. I mean, you can meet someone at a bar. Like one of, Jesus, one of my longest relationships was with a girl that I met at a bar, and like we just knew. Like there's certain things that are built into us that tell us what we're attracted to, what we want from a person, like all of those things. You can find it either way. The problem with it is that the reality is that online dating, it's more fake than it is real. So I think it's more complicated to find something meaningful and of interest when it comes to doing it that way, because you don't know the intent of the other person. You're not sitting in front of that person and having some form of a conversation where you're reading their mannerisms, where you're reading their body language, where you're seeing this smile during the conversation. This is a text message at best, maybe a phone call if you decide to swap numbers. So meeting someone in the bar, I'll never say it's a bad thing. I'll never say that. I'll never say that. I've met too many women in bars. I've met women in grocery stores. I'm walking down the street. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you meet them. It's all in, I guess, in that moment, the connection that you have and seeing where it'll go. Not wanting to switch subjects. So what is happening in my small city is the fact that state and I live in is the biggest state involving farming. Of course it would be. So that's so there's at times that my city gets invaded by field mice. This time around, for how bad they've gotten, we're having a citywide inspection because of them, and this was authorized by the governor. Wow. Yeah, farming country in the States. The the rodent population is real, absolutely real. Like, that is insane to see that. And then, like, to actually lose a place over something that you have zero control over, because of wildlife, that's crazy. By a lot of cats, the whole state needs to be a cat state. As you said, online dating is bad because you can't actually see somebody, see body language and mannerisms. If it's all text, you don't really get to know the person. It's fact, because context is a big thing. Context is a big thing in language. Context is a big thing in dating. Context is a big thing in relationships, so on and so forth. Context gets lost in text messaging. It honestly does. I mean, that's as best I can say it. It gets lost somewhere in there. But holy crap, hang on, you guys. I'm so sorry. I need to check this really quick. Oh, wow. Okay. Support, blah, 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 other. Okay. Sorry about that. Boost yourselves in AOV. What? Oh. Oh, crap. I have something I really need to do. Okay. But anyway, let's see. If it's all text, you don't really get to know the person. I'd have a big birthday party today. I'm not sure if I'm going. However, it's 9:30 and I haven't even slept. I'm like, oh my god, my birthday is the 21st. It's so close. It is so close. Wow. It's going to. What's so? Uh, it's so great. Oh, that's what's up. Well, happy early birthday. Oh, it's your golden birthday. 26th on the 26th. So it's so crazy. I always tell people, I'm like, around my birthday is when all the cherry blossoms fucking bloom here and everything else. And like, they've started slightly. Like, I don't know if you guys were on IG, you've seen like some of the pictures that I've done, and they put out a report today saying that the 21st will be like the season, everything will be in full fucking bloom all across. I'm like, yo, my birthday's gonna be lit. I'm like, what shawty am I gonna go out with? We're gonna enjoy the pretty flowers everywhere, get wasted. Brother's girlfriend's 30th birthday party is today. Oh, that's what's up. Like, so many people. One of my closest friends, like a little brother to me, his birthday, our birthdays are the exact same day. I'm just 10 years older. And then my other boy, his sister, Rashay, yeah, Shay Shay's birthday was a few days ago. Like, there's so many people in March. Going to the vending machine, need something to drink. By the way, happy birthday to both of you. Thank you. And you know what? I actually need something to drink right now too. I will be back in a couple of minutes. I kind of need to run to the store. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I wanted to kind of run the stream for a little bit longer, maybe do some gaming because I was gonna run some COD or Overwatch. Nina, are you still here? I'm like, I don't even know if it got too late for Nina to be on. Give me a sec. Mm, I can never find it on here. There you go. Yeah, I think Nina's off. Yeah, I mean, hey, you don't want to. You know what? If it's an important like birthday party or something like that, get out there and you just go have some fun. Well, I slept for like 3 hours again last night. I don't even give a damn. It is what it is. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. But hey, everyone, the link that was in chat, seriously, go and check it out. Tokyo Personal Shopper.com. All right. This stream is sponsored by Tokyo Personal Shopper.com. Listen, anything and everything from everywhere across Japan. Anime fan? Go shopping in Akihabara for you. Anime related snacks, anime related clothing, everything. Just check out the website. Whatever. You'll see. You'll see. All right, A, you have a good one, KK. So yeah, we'll see you the next time that I'm on, hopefully. All right, let's see. Almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. I'm like, I kind of want to hop on and do some Modern Warfare. What time is it? Ooh, it's 4:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, I know if we get into gaming, I'm gonna be on for way too long. If Nina were on, I might hop into Overwatch because that game I think like plays much quicker than COD does. Deadlock, let me know. Deadlock, let me know if you're back. In fact, you know what? At least give me a minute. I'll make a decision as soon as I come back. I need to go and grab. I need to go and grab something to drink, and I will leave you guys with some music. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right. I'm back. Let's see. So, Deadlock, you back on? I kind of do want to test out the gaming ability on this PC while running OBS, and I think the perfect way to do that would probably, I mean, Overwatch would be great, but Nina's not on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start up. Hang on. I'm gonna start up Modern Warfare, and we'll see how that works out. get this thing started. Mm. Hmm. Uh-oh. Okay. All right, we're just waiting for Modern Warfare to start up. See how it goes. If I can actually run it and the stream at the same time. So that way I know for next time. All right, let me switch up the window. Call of Duty HQ. Call of Duty may require OBS to run as I've been to use game cap. What? What the fuck did they start doing that right there? Okay. Let me know if I have to. I might have to do it as display capture. Let me know if the screen switches over. Hopefully it should. All right. And hopefully this controller decides to act right today. Oh, this seems bad already. Of course. That would be the case. So that's just going to take longer to start. And hopefully I don't have to change up the game capture again. Oh my god, it's for real taking forever to start back up. I'm like, the game ran fine yesterday when I played. Or okay, let's see. Oh, I actually had to restart it. Okay. Looks like we might be good. I know you guys can't see the icon in the lower right corner because I'm covering it. Okay, looks like we're good. And it should have displayed for you guys to see as well. Check the store. Now it's a matter of how does it play while running OBS. Mm. Hmm. What? Really? Huh. Bruh. I hate the new setup they have on here. Like being serious about it. I really don't like it. Oh, I haven't even switched up most of my match types either. I keep forgetting to do that. I just go in and just jump in any fucking match. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm gonna end up in the middle of the match at this point. I really need to set up some classes too, because I've only set up 2 classes. I think one's a sniper class. The second class is the gun I liked from the last one, right there, the Hurricane. Do I have anything else available? Hmm. No. Yeah. Actually, I do like that. Yes, yes. Or should I swap out? Since when? Oh. Oh, okay. I thought that was okay. I'll say something stupid. Really though? More than a gunship? Hmm. I don't like this controller either. I have big ass hands. Everything is set up awkwardly on it. It's such an awkward setup. Like, for some reason, the thumb pads don't feel like the right placement or anything else. It's too wide, like, on certain buttons. Yeah, graphically, this thing cannot support this game, I don't think. I mean, it works. Really, though. I think I said... Oh, shit. Oh, wow. I don't know why I thought that was a teammate. Except for performance versus graphics. Oh, my God. My first time in this map, too, by the way. Oh, hang on 1 second, y'all. This is a call from here in Japan. My bad. Hello? Hey. Go man. Go man. You.
の攻撃。ニューマガジンに変える。
敵がブラボーを取りに来た。目標ブラボーを奪われた。取り戻せ。チャーリーを確保する。味方がモスキートを展開。スナイパーを発見。こっちへ移動する。チャーリーを確保。アルファを取ら。従軍 UAB。
銃を構えろ。
目標アルファを奪われた。取り戻せ。味方がクラスターマインをブラボーを支配した。我々がリードした。目標アルファを確保する。
撃たれた。
チャーリーにいる。目標を2つ支配した。
リロード。
敵がアルファを取りに来た。チャーリーを取られるぞ。敵にチャーリーを取られた。目標チャーリーを確保する。目標アルファを奪われた。取り戻せ。敵がブラボーにいる。チャーリーを確保した。アルファを確保する。友軍のケアパッケージが来るぞ。敵がブラボーを取りに来た。敵がチャーリーにいる。全目標を
気をつけろ。敵だ。
友軍のケアパッケージだ。
飛ばしてやる。ターレットを展開。敵がブラボーにいる。目標を2カ所確保した。味方のモンスキー。敵がブラボーを取りに来た。 なんで俺をリロードする。
目標チャーリーを奪われた。取り戻せ。敵のモスキートオンライン。目標アルファを確保する。アルファを確保。敵がブラボーにいる。チャーリーを確保する。目標ブラボーを奪われた。取り戻せ。敵がモスキートを展開。マガジンを変える。
上は持たない。
ブラボーを確保する。チャーリーを取られるぞ。敵がチャーリーにいる。全目標は我々の支配。チャーリーを取られた。チャーリーを確保する。敵がアルファをつけてきた。
奴らに狙われてる。
チャーリーを確保する。ミッション完了だ。よくやった。
Okay. Alright, everyone, I'm sorry. This is an abrupt end to a stream, but I have to go right now. I apologize. I will see you guys soon. The Shellblood out. I'm the Shellblood 8. Peace out, y'all. See you later.